live, and this is the final part of my live reading. I just have 6 people left, so thank you for those of you guys who've been waiting patiently to get your question answered. And if you happen to pop into this or click on it after I've already gone live or you're not able to get a spot, don't worry because I will be doing this every once in a while and I'm going to try every single week to go live for free. So make sure that you subscribe and you ring the notification bell because I will also do free live readings. Like I said, I'm going to try to do this every week. I also offer personal readings on my website if you're interested in that, and I have tons of free content on my channel all the time. So what are you waiting for? Ring that bell, and I promise that I won't post too much. I won't bug you too much. But maybe there'll be something that pops up on your feed sometime that you need to see. So thank you for those of you guys who are here, and thank you for your support with these readings. I'm gonna meet Allison. So Allison, first you purchased on my site, I'm gonna be emailing you later this evening up with you. But this first question for this session is all about, oh man, you ended up having to take legal action against your landlord or landlords because they were like slumlords and it was like crazy. As part of that, you got a settlement and you had to move out in a week. So you did. Currently, you're living in like a temporary condo and you're just wondering when are you going to find your amazing apartment or home that you end up feeling just so happy and comfortable in. So let's look into a timeline and see if we can get some more information about this place, if there's anything that you need to do. And I'm so sorry you went through that. You know, sometimes the universe has pretty interesting ways that it will get abundance or money to you. I wonder if you were manifesting money. Oh man, it sucks what you went through, but at least you're out on the other side with a little bit of compensation and you get to move into a beautiful new place. So let's just look into this timeline. This timeline can shift, okay? I'm going to ask for something like as accurate as possible, obviously, but we're going to see what the potential is. Okay, so here's where you are right now in June. You have the money, you have the means, you're just looking for the place. You might have to hang in for another month or so. It looks like August is when this place is going to come through. I feel like you're being held right now here in limbo because there is a very specific place that you're meant to move to. I think there's some more work you need to do. I think you need to get very specific on what it is you're trying to manifest. Like you said, I just want somewhere that's amazing, that's safe, that's comfortable. What does that look like? I was trying to manifest moving for 18 months. I had a vague idea of what I wanted and I like played around with kind of a vision board for it, but it wasn't really that specific. And I had the means and everything to do it. And it wasn't until I got ridiculously specific that I was able to move. Once I made a vision board, I got really, really specific. I wrote it out, and so it is. Did a little ritual, made an altar, lit a candle, sat down, closed my eyes, visualized it. Bam, 2 months later, I moved, and here I am. So during this time, while you're searching for this place, I would recommend, yeah, I'm like a broken record. This is like the #1 piece of advice I give on my channel, but for real, I've had a lot of success doing this. Go on Pinterest, make a secret vision board. What's amazing is you can be private about it so no one else can see what you're posting, and start adding pictures of what kind of place you want to move to. Does it have a backyard? Is it an apartment? Is it a house? What's the neighborhood like? Is there a specific area of town you want to live in? Or, start there. And you might want to maybe there's a specific neighborhood you like to walk around in or like you think is really pretty. Take some pictures of it, upload that to your vision board. Maybe while you're on Zillow or one of those websites, you come across a place that's like totally your dream place. Take a picture of that, add it to the vision board, keep it open-minded, be open-minded about it. Be specific about how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, and also go a step further to think about, does it have a balcony or garden, something like that. Like, get really specific with that stuff and add all of that to your vision board. What do you picture yourself doing in this home? Do you set in case you missed some of that? I just wanted to say, like, be specific about what it is you add. Like, is there like a little cute little desk that you have in your room where there's like a little lamp and like a little notebook with when you got a feather pen and you like write in your journal every night? Is there like a rocking chair on your front porch? Lemonade in? Is there, like, really think about the lifestyle in this apartment. And I would even make sure some of your stuff is packed in boxes. Maybe, I mean, you don't want to go spending all your money, but maybe purchase something new for the new place you're going to move into, like a cute chair or like some picture frames or something, and just kind of start dreaming, like get excited about, I would say get excited about the decorations, how you're going to set everything up, the layout, like just kind of get obsessed with like envisioning this space until you can see it so clearly. And at that point, it will manifest. So instead of going around and looking at the options, forget about that and create in your mind this apartment, and then it will materialize. That sounds kind of crazy and a little magical, but that's how it works. For me to manifest this space I'm in right now, this beautiful, beautiful home in the jungle, I had to like get really abstract. I didn't even know a place like this existed. And I didn't even know what country it was going to be in. I had the vision for it. This exact vision. It's really creepy being here right now because I'm like, this is literally what I imagined and put all over my vision board. So, you need to just get magical with this. You need to use the law of attraction. If you want to, follow my Manifest with Me series. And I know you and I are going to be talking some more, so I can help work you through this. But have some fun with it. That way you're not spending all this time stressing about the place and clicking through just all these pictures and just like, oh, which one should I do? Or there's nothing I like. Like, I would take a break over the next 3 weeks during Mercury retrograde. Don't look for places. Don't push this energy. Take a break right now and just really master the life you're in right now. Living in this condo, it just really feels like you're in between things. You might not want to get too attached. Well, is there a cute little bakery or coffee shop around the corner? Is there a little aesthetic walk you can go on every morning? Maybe unpack a couple of things, like settle in just a little bit and really learn to love this in between and this transition that you're in. Like, learning how to master the transitions in life and the unknowns is very important. This could be part of the lesson of right now for you. So embrace this current energy. Be okay being neither here nor there. Settle into this energy for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Then once Mercury goes direct, you can go back to searching for places. I would say this energy of Mercury retrograde is really great for re-envisioning, replanning, restructuring, repurposing, anything with like a re in front of it. So this is a great time to envision, plan, tweak things, vision board once again. Do that the next couple weeks. Once again, once Mercury's direct, then you can start searching for places. So yeah, I feel like the place is going to open up by August. You're also being told to preserve your money and your finances. You might have to spend a little bit more on this place than you would think, but you're being told to trust yourself. Like, you're going to have to, like, the one area of your life I feel like you could kind of budget or be a little more thrifty with is probably your diet, like what you're eating. Like, everyone could probably stand to be a little healthier in some ways. And so there might be a message about you really focusing on your health right now, meal prepping, conserving a little bit of your finances that way, and like getting into that lifestyle so that like splurging a little bit on this next place won't feel like such a big deal for you. Like, just work on tweaking your budget a little bit and be open to the fact that you can probably make this happen for a place that's a little bit more expensive than you thought. And also, because I'm literally seeing like what you want to pay per month for this place or whatever. If you could just pay like $200 or $300 more, you could end up with an amazing space. It's literally just a difference of a couple $100. So, or the equivalent to that, whatever your currency is. So, how can you squeeze that out of your budget right now? And then, like, I think this new place will also push you to like maybe come up with some type of side hustle or like switch a job or like get a new opportunity, something like that. So there's a challenging element behind getting this new space. It's going to kind of push you to level up a little bit. So let's see if we can get any more cards for you. Anything else you need to know about this new home for you? Yeah, I just keep getting repeated messages that the place you want might be a little bit more expensive than you were thinking. That will be the challenging aspect, but it is going to force you to kind of like change something with your career, but like in a positive way. So it's almost like take the risk. Obviously, don't do anything ridiculous, but take the risk. This is telling you to be loyal to yourself, loyal to what you want. You might not feel like you can pull it off, but you can. You're gonna be, this is like you're gonna be reunited reunited with your home for sure. This is like a home energy. This is totally the kind of place you're gonna end up in. And here's the happiness card. So really just hang on there. It's just a couple months away. Maybe just, I mean, we're already in June here, and this is looking like maybe more towards August. So hop, skip, and a jump, and you're into your new place. So I hope that this message resonates with you. I'll be emailing you later this evening, and I will see you next time. Peace out. All right, so who's next, John? Who? All right, Sasha. So what's Sasha's question?
Could you give me guidance as to when I'll find full-time work in full-time job working in the music industry?
Okay, so guidance into when you can find a full-time job working in the music industry. So Sasha, are you here in the chat right now? Let me know. Just type below if you are, because I'd like to ask you a couple questions about your question. But if you're not here, it's fine. I can just get that. I can just pull tarot cards. I'll start pulling. Yeah, Sasha, are you here? Let me know if you're actually here watching this right now. If you are, type below. I'd like to know. But if you're not, it's okay. Okay, so Sasha, you're wanting full-time work in the music industry. I'm not going to tell you that this is impossible. I actually see opportunity in the industry, and this card in the middle is like really saying like how much you've made your mind up that this is what you want to do with your life. This is the indecision card reverse. They're telling you, do not second guess your passion. Do not second guess your intention with this. This path really, really looks like it's open for you, okay? However, I'm getting a lot of money cards reversed. This is the abundance card reversed. This is the Ace of Pentacles talking about like growing your wealth reversed. So I'm just going to be real with you here. This timeline might be a little bit further off. This is about building a legacy. Now, as far as a full-time job in the music industry, I get a sense that you're like, I'll do anything. I just want to like be doing something related to music that I love, and hopefully like work your way up to like what your ultimate dream and what your ultimate goal is in this industry. So I see you. I would highly suggest to be looking for, first of all, maybe maybe internships, situations where you can volunteer. I feel like you're not at a point where you need to be looking for work in the music industry. It's almost like you need to volunteer and focus more on giving. I would suggest to have some type of job or side hustle that can support you. If it's related to music, great. Maybe it has something to do with social media, YouTube, TikTok, or maybe teaching when it comes to music, coaching, something like that. That's a great way to kind of have a good side hustle, music related, to establish yourself a little bit. Or you can have a job that's unrelated, that's your bread and butter. I still feel like there's a lot of work you need to do establishing yourself. There's more knowledge to gain. There's more skills to build. So you're being called right now to collaborate. Years ago, wanted to go into the fashion industry. It's not exactly the same as the music industry, but it is similar in a way. To a lot of it has to do with networking, like who you know, that kind of stuff. So for me, I really wanted a full-time job in that industry as well, but I had to establish myself. I had to build my portfolio. I had to build a legacy. I had to create a name and a reputation for myself within that industry. So I pretty much just ended up working for free for 10 years. Interning, collaborating, creating a portfolio, doing social media work, establishing myself as like knowledgeable over my field. And that takes time. That's kind of where I see you at. You need to you need to build a portfolio. You need to build your social media. You need to make connections. You need to go to the place where the music is, whether that's London or New York, or that's Los Angeles or whatever. If you're really serious about this, you need to be willing to give, to intern, to hold people's coffee, to do that back-breaking work, to hold shit for people, to be in the background. You need to live and breathe and drink this, and maybe even struggle for this, eat ramen for this for a while. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just getting a lot of messages that this is a dream right now, and bringing it into reality is going to take work. So pulling you a timeline for this might not help, because, I mean, it could, but let's just see. Yeah. Okay, so I see within 4 years, there's some type of paid work. Yeah, 4, 4, 3, 4, 4, 3 to 4 years, Queen of Pentacles, you've got work. And it does seem like it's in the music industry. But that all depends on the next 3 or 4 years. Can you collaborate, work for free, hold people's coffees, grow your social media, get the knowledge, the tools, the skills that you need, stay consistent even though that money's not coming? 7 years. Look at all these fours. 444. You know what's funny? 444 is a message of hard work and diligence. Like if you ever see 444, it's like your spirit guide's giving you a kick in the ass, telling you work hard, persevere, be determined. So that's what this is too. 7 years. I see a really great full-time job for you in the music industry, perhaps the first full-time job. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, don't give up here. We got reversals. That means delays. That means this is going to take time, but that makes sense. If this was easy, more people would probably be doing it. It wouldn't even be fulfilling if it didn't take a lot from you, right? The challenge of it is probably what attracts you to this too. You're very, very gifted in this avenue, in this arena. There's this energy of fate here, kind of like you're meant to do this. New media. Use technology, collage video and sound together. Use apps, use technology, use the internet. This is 100% telling you, start a music blog, or start a YouTube channel, or TikTok, Instagram, maybe all of those things. You need to get your name out there. People need to know who you are. You might even eventually be able to attract clients that way. Use that almost as your digital business card. Create some hype. Be able to make connections with people. That's the game for you right now. So you need to give that 3 or 4 years before you worry about the full-time job. I see that you've already dabbled in this. You're very good at what you do, but in many ways you're starting at the bottom. So it's going to be all about networking and all about kind of showing what you got for yourself. So let's see if we got any more messages for you about this. This is going to take a lot of consistency to not give up. And I think this is something you love and you're so good at it. I don't see you giving up. That's why we got that first card that was saying, like, you got your mind made up. This is what you're going to do. You're the kind of person, when you put your mind to something, you don't give up. You're just asking the question. Just because you kind of want to know, how long is this going to take? Expect it to take a long ass time. That's okay. Like I said, in a couple years, there will be some type of opportunity. They're telling you when you're tired, learn how to rest, not to quit. Because there will be times on this path you're going to be so tired of working for free, you're going to be so tired of interning, you're going to be so tired of rubbing shoulders and networking and nothing coming through that you're going to be like, I want to give up. And there's this message like, just learn that that's the time you need to take a week or two off and just kind of relax, go into nature, heal, and then recharge yourself and keep going. It will pay off eventually. And when you look back, you're going to realize how synchronistic it was once you finally get that opportunity. Because I really feel like that opportunity is coming through a person. So networking is going to be really important. Yep, collaborate. Find ways to collaborate. That's why you're being told to get on the internet. Maybe you already are, but to keep whatever this thing is that you're doing going. Yeah, and they're saying you're going to be fulfilled, okay? It might not happen in the timeline you want, but when it happens, it'll be more amazing than you ever could have thought, and you will be fulfilled. You're going to prevail, collaborate with others. Like it's happening overnight, but when you start to hear the stories of other people who've got into this industry, you'll realize everyone has walked as long of a path as you. You know, it takes time to grow. It takes time. In nature, things move slow. We're part of nature. Don't forget that. This society is an illusion. It's so fast-paced, but in reality, things take time to grow. So there's nothing wrong with you. It's not like you're not good enough or something. It's just you need more time to grow. Yeah. Take good care of yourself. Don't work yourself like a dog. You're going to get there. I hope that this message resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you next time. All right, so we're going to move on to the next person. Who? Joanna or Joanne? All right, Joanna. Her brother? Okay. This is so sweet that you're asking a question for your brother. That just like really warms my heart. You're wondering, will your brother find a job? What can he do to make it happen? So let's answer the question first. Will your brother find a job? I'm going to use my pendulum. Oh, that was a really fast and quick yes. Your brother will definitely find a job. Let me see if I can get a timeline. Take this timeline with a grain of salt because his free will and the free will of everyone else involved in this situation has something to do with it. Timelines can shift, but I'm just going to kind of see what comes out. Okay, so the timeline is 5 to 8 months. This is the Wands energy, though. It could be faster than that, so if it ends up coming in like in 5 to 8 weeks, awesome. So but I would still consider 5 to 8 months pretty fast, okay? So definitely we can just say within the next year, your brother's probably gonna get a job, okay? What does he need to do to make it happen? Let's see. Life force. Life force. Yes, I absolutely love this card for your brother. So the deal with this card is passion. Maybe your brother doesn't want to get a job, but like he has to. I mean, who wants to work? No one wants to do it, right? And I'm not saying your brother needs to do his passion for his job. I feel like right now he just needs something, anything, to get him on his own feet and to bring in some money and to get him some experience, boost his confidence and all that jazz. You know, this is just to kind of set him up, and once he's got a little bit more stability, he can like think more about what he really wants to do for his career, for his job ultimately. So there might be a part of him that first of all needs to realize that he doesn't want to work. It's a lot easier not to, even if it sucks not having money. It's like it's like a lot easier to like play video games and go on your phone all the time and just chill and hang out with your friends and be lazy. That's a lot more fun. I think that's what we would all do if we did. And so your brother might, first of all, like as far as what he needs to do, just kind of acknowledge there's a part of him that's resistant to getting a job. So he needs to, instead of him working for a job, he needs to make the job work for him. So I would suggest that your brother first think of something nice that he wants to get himself with the money, you know, like Maybe he wants to get, I don't know what he'd want, but maybe he should make a list of things he wants to manifest through the money from the job. The first thing should be for himself, something awesome, something fun, something nice. He deserves to have nice things. Maybe the next thing on the list could be something that's going to help him discover his passion or discover himself. Maybe the third thing could be like an experience, like traveling somewhere or going somewhere and being able to invest in that. So, being able to have an intention going into like, why does he want this job? And like to have that written out could really, really help. That way he'll feel better going into the job. So he doesn't just like get sucked into it and all of a sudden feels like he's a slave to the man. Your brother's a rebel. He's a free thinker. He doesn't want to be anybody's bitch. Honestly, I mean, I think that's what a blockage to him wanting to get this job. So he, once again, just needs to go into it with intentions of, I'm using this job. I'm not going to let this job use me, So let's look a little bit more into what he needs to do. I'm seeing something about a haircut. I don't know. I mean, he needs to cut his hair for the interview. I don't know if he's growing his hair out long or like he's got a look or something, but he might need to compromise his aesthetic a little bit for the sake of this job. He needs to get together a nice interview outfit. It needs to be like kind of business casual. It doesn't need to be like kind of awkwardly overdressed, but something comfortable and chill, but still professional looking. So he just needs to get those basics down. I don't know how he's going to manifest the money for that. If you can help, your family can help, or if he can do yard work or something. But that's something he just needs to be ready for that interview process. And I don't know if the interview is going to be over Zoom or something because of the lockdown and all that stuff. I don't know what the restrictions are, if this is going to be an in-person job or online, but it does kind of seem like he might need something nice to wear. Your brother needs to follow his intuition with this process. He needs to be in a good positive energy. There's this message that he's feeling kind of down on his luck, not feeling very confident. Maybe there's some jobs he went out for he didn't really follow through with, or callbacks that he didn't get. And it's like every single job is just kind of like a blow to the ego, making him feel like, if I keep going out for more and more jobs and I continue to not get them, like I just become more and more of a failure. And that's not true, to realize is that all the jobs that he doesn't get, there was a specific person who got that job, and that job was meant for them, which means and proves that there's a job out there with his name on it that's meant for him. So he can take a moment to be sad he didn't get the job that he went out for, but then also send love and gratitude to the person who did get it. That was another person who really needed a job and ended up getting it. He needs to have fun. I think this is all of these messages, bliss and fun. Like you're like, what does he need to do to get this job? You wouldn't expect that I would say he needs to have fun, but this has to do with energy and vibration and frequency. If he's trying to manifest a job, he needs to keep his energy high. This doesn't mean he can't be sad or depressed or angry sometimes, but he needs to make sure he's having fun and he's enjoying his life and that he's doing things he likes and he's exploring a little bit and having adventures so that he keeps his energy high and so he's open to receive this opportunity. And this is yes. The universe is saying yes to him. Like anytime you ask something of the universe, unless you're trying to like manifest a specific person and their free will in conflict with what you're trying to manifest, pretty much the answer from the universe is always yes. There's no reason your brother shouldn't be able to get a job. He just needs to stay persistent, stay consistent. I think that his application has been great. There's nothing wrong with it. A couple tips for him. He needs to keep his vibe up. And I think the biggest information we got today is that he needs to write down his intentions for getting this job, specifically what he's going to be doing with the abundance, and just know going into the job that it's probably going to suck and like it's just a job, Yeah, he's probably not going to like it, but it's going to get him something. He needs to focus on that, keep his eye on the prize. So I hope that this message resonates with you. Thank you again so much for your support, and I will see you next time. Peace out. All right, John, so who's next? All right, so Bella is next.
Bella Dior.
Bella Dior.
Will I find a house I love to start business off right? Focus better.
Wait, so what?
Hang on.
Can you read that to me again? Slower.
Find a house I love to start business off right to focus better.
So to start business from the house and also be able to write and focus better?
It seems like the goal for the house is to help them focus better and start their business off right. They want to
Oh.
know, will I find a house I love?
Oh, okay. So Bella, you're trying to manifest a home right now that will help you to really start your business off right and help you to like focus. So I think that's a beautiful intention for this new home. So we're going to look and see, will you find this home, maybe when, any direction, anything you can do to help you manifest this home. I happen to be kind of a professional house manifester. I got a lot of tips for you. That's all I've been doing the past couple years, manifesting different homes. So, oh wow, this is the travel card. This is making me think that this home might be a little further away than where you would think it would be. So this could be as far away as like moving away from your country or like moving to another state or province or area where you're living. It could be just like moving to the next town over. But I really have a strong feeling you might not be getting this home in the town or the city that you're in. So just be open. If you really, really want to stay where you are and you have really strong roots in the ground and you're like, my business depends on this place, just be willing to look outside. Just be willing to look a little further outside of the city or town you're in, okay? But if you're able to go anywhere, then you might want to look in places you never thought. Be open-minded because it does seem like you're going to travel or go somewhere a little further than you thought you would go with this house. So that's the first thing that's coming up about it. This is the Green Man. This has a lot to do with creativity, and I usually get this is like stirring a pot, like a new idea, like you're putting in all this information, you're stirring it up, you're going to see what you get. This is like the entrepreneur card or starting a business card. So I think that's so synchronistic that we pulled it. They see your intention for wanting to start this business. This is a message about grounding your intentions. I think that you just wrote them to me and they were so beautiful. I would suggest to get a piece of paper and to write out, I am so thankful that I am in my beautiful new home. It has gorgeous hardwood floors and a beautiful balcony that overlooks the river, and the kitchen is like an open style with an island, and it has 3 bathrooms and 2 like write out everything it has. Oh, and I painted one of the walls in one of the rooms yellow, and I really love spending time out. Like, just write out your vision in detail and get really creative with it. Include your senses. I love to smell the beautiful lilac that are growing on the trellis over the entryway to my front yard. Like, I love to hear the beautiful blackbirds singing in the morning. I love to walk around barefoot on my property and just feel the grass underneath my feet. I love, that kind of stuff. I love to feel the wind brush through my hair as I'm opening the windows, and I love the wonderful cross breeze, etc. Like, get really descriptive. Use your senses. Write a long vision. And then I would take that and I would make some type of altar, which you can literally just, get a chair and put that against a wall, or use like the top of your desk or something like that, or clear a space on a shelf. And you can put that on it, and then you can maybe get a crystal for like abundance. I would suggest using moss agate or tree agate, or even I like to use adventuring to manifest money and home. You can put maybe like an old key or something, because it's like the key to your new home. You could put a key on there. Just get creative with it. Maybe put some flowers. If there's a specific color palette you really want to decorate in, you can put those colors on there. And then just keep that altar up for like a little while. You can light candles, you can pray by it and ask the universe or God or whatever to send this beautiful home, or just kind of use it as a visual reminder that you have the ability to manifest whatever it is that you want. And then, like I told some other people earlier today, definitely create a vision board and put pictures of exactly what this home will look like. You can title your vision board like "My dream house is coming and so it is," or something like that. And set the vision board to secret. And or you this doesn't have to be on Pinterest. You can use a collage app or something, or you can even draw it out or cut out pictures and hang it in your room or something. But the point is to really in detail be able to visualize this place, because oftentimes it's not until we get specific that we're able to manifest something. So I just told this story a couple of readings ago, but I was actually trying to manifest this house that I'm in for like 18 months, and I wasn't able to move that whole time, even though I had the means to. And I really believe it's because I wasn't being specific. I was just like, I just want to go anywhere but here. I just want to go to a place where it's quiet and I can record my readings and there's nature nearby. And like, that wasn't specific enough. It wasn't until I was like, I want to be in the jungle. I want to have a hammock. I want to like have kind of like a glamping, like kind of upscale cabin vibe. I want to have it 2 stories. I want there to be like a nice kitchen table. Like, it wasn't until like I literally got super specific that this place manifested. So that's the biggest advice I will give you about it. They're saying you need to make a decision too, maybe about where you want to move to. Like, find the area, be open-minded, because it's going to be a different place than you thought. They're also telling you to go with the flow, because the opportunity is going to come to you and just kind of hit you in the face. I want to pull a timeline, but they're telling me not to, because I do feel like there's some type of unexpected surprise element that's supposed to come with this. I mean, this is a card that's talking about allowing the mystery of life to just unfold for you, but you're definitely going to be able to manifest this home and start your business off right. So let's see if we can get any more messages or any more guidance for you before we end your reading. Dazzling. This is going to be a real step up for you. It's funny, this is the introverted card. I see it's almost like you want a place that you can kind of tuck away into, be a little introverted in, so that you can just really be inside and in your own energy and allow this business to really manifest. Because you're getting ready to go public with something, so you need like a safe space that's just going to cocoon you and inspire you. And so you definitely want to look for an environment that's going to help you dream. Your guides are also wanting you to work on your habits. Maybe this is telling you another way to manifest this house is to start living as if you're in the house now. Like, I know you have this idea that you're going to move to this house and it's going to give you a fresh start for your business. But why not just have the fresh start for your business now? Live your life as if you're already in the new house, and that will help the new house manifest. That's what I had to do to manifest this place. Is I wasn't really happy with where I was, and I had to kind of find a way to live the life I wanted to live there. Oftentimes we can't move to the next situation until we master where we are. I feel like I've been saying that so much today. That's like the message of the day, isn't it? Your guides are telling you that connecting with your desires is going to help you through the chaos of right now. I remember I used to create my little dream vision board years ago, the first one I ever made, when I was in the middle of a lot of chaos in my life, and it was just this beautiful retreat. So really indulge in this vision board processing, allow it to heal you and nurture you and help you to dream. But don't forget to ground yourself in right now, master where you are. That will help you get to where you want to go next. So I hope that this message resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support. And we're going to move on to the next person. So who's next? Who? Oh my gosh, Eve, it's so great to hear from you. I'm so glad you caught me in this session. I hope you've been really well, dear. I clicked onto one of your videos the other day. And even though like it was like a twin flame kind of reading, and even though like I'm married and stuff, like somehow the reading just ended up really resonating for me, and I was so shook. And I also was really impressed with how you were making readings for each zodiac sign, because that's always been my goal, but like it takes so much effort, and I was just like really in awe. I was like, damn, she's doing the thing. So I just want to send love to you for that and let you know like your channel is doing really amazing. I see it growing. You've got like over 13,000 subscribers. I mean, that's pretty fast for how long you've been doing it. And with all the crazy YouTube algorithm stuff. So you go, girl. I'm really, really, really happy for you. And I just see you shining, and it's just inspiring to me. So what is Eve's question? All right, how are you doing? Let's check in. Let's do a little energy checkup for you, okay? So of course I'm going to use my Wildwood deck. Wow. Okay, something is coming up for you about a big move. And I'm not sure like how hard the roots are in the ground for you with this home you're in or what's going on with that, but the first message I got was a move out of state. So it is very possible you'll be able to move out of your state. I don't know if that freaks you out or if that's your intention or whatnot, but yeah, you're gonna move somewhere. It might not be soon. That's what this is saying, is that like you're meant to bloom where you're planted for now. So you can be comfortable, but a lot has changed, especially with the passing, the loss you experienced in your life recently. There really isn't very much tying you to where you are right now. There's a lot of freedom that's coming into your life. I feel like the foundation you've built for yourself where you are, something about that is kind of like uprooting, and you've been thinking about moving out of state. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. I picked up on that. Yeah, and this is like the destiny card, and like this looks like a completely different place, completely different energy. So I don't know. Like there's a couple places that are popping out to me. Like one of them's California, another one of them's Florida. Like I just feel like you're ready to go live some type of paradise life. I also feel like Oregon is popping out to me. I see Louisiana as well, like New Orleans maybe, or around there. There's a lot of places coming up. It does seem like you're going to be near the water, near some type of body of water, lake, ocean, river. Yeah, you want to move to California or maybe south. I see that too, okay? I really see that too. I really see that for you. Like, same thing. Yeah, maybe down south or maybe to California. Exactly. So there's a lot of possibilities. So let's just see like what they want you to know about that. Because obviously your situation isn't like right now getting you there, but I think they're almost telling you you need just the advice I've been given to a couple of these ladies about creating the vision board and in detail knowing exactly what you want. It might be time for you to create your dream home vision board. Maybe like I would say create the vision board for the dream home that comes before the dream home. Like the ultimate dream home isn't ready to manifest yet. The one that's like a step below that is, though. So like make more of like a realistic dream home, not like a mansion, you know? You're going to get there. You're going to get there, but the next one. Cuz I see 2 more major moves in your life. Okay? You might also be called to go somewhere because you're meant to meet somebody. Yeah, free yourself. It's time to take back control over your life. I feel like this is the final step in the healing process or the clearing process. It's almost like you need to go somewhere else and nurture yourself with some new energy. Once again, you're meant to bloom where you're planted. You're going to stay where you're at now for a while. But this opportunity is going to open up for you. So the first thing I would suggest is to really get your finances in order. Start saving like a crazy person. You know, you might have to talk to your daughter about it and just be like, we need to work this out. Like, I know you got needs. I want to provide for you, but like, here's the plan, you know? I also think that there's like this message that's coming out that you're going to have to take some type of gamble it might be like some type of loan or something like that. So I would never suggest people like do that kind of stuff, but it almost seems like you need to really research what type of loan you want to get and ask yourself, how can I qualify for this? And work towards qualifying for it. Something like that. It's something about how you probably will end up getting help in purchasing this home or with this move financially, but it does end up working out for you and ends up being like, realistic, and it works out for you, the mortgage and all that kind of stuff. So, and also with the home that you currently have, I don't know if you're like locked into something or in some situation, but there's a loophole, there's a way you can get out, and that's something else you want to kind of start loosely researching. So I'm just getting messages about that. Nothing that needs to be immediate, nothing that needs to happen right now, but I think your guides are just telling you you're manifesting this. This is coming. It's a huge step up. Yeah, listen to your heart about moving. This might have to do with you meeting that, remember that person I keep manifesting, like the soulmate, the twin flame, like that person has something to do with this. So, yeah. Here's the grieving card. It's coming out. Your guides are trying to tell you you're still grieving. You're still processing the loss that happened in your life recently. There's more and more things I think the last time we chatted, we got a lot of messages from the other side. And so your guides are telling you, go easy on yourself as you're still trying to process all of this. You have a lot to give others, especially with the readings and the work that you've been doing. But if you're finding yourself feeling really drained, it's okay. You've built something for yourself with this business, and there's going to be a lot of opportunities coming in for you. Your guides are telling you that you're worthy. You're worthy of the things that you desire. Yeah, a lot of subconscious healing going on right now. If you're struggling at all right now, like financially or emotionally, just know that that's because of the freaking crazy eclipse season and Mercury retrograde. It's all going to be over in 2 or 3 weeks. Anything that seems like it's going backwards is going to move forward again. They just want me to tell you that. Your guides want you to be bold. You're ready to do something new with your business. It's like if you just keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting to get different results, you won't. So they're saying it's time to do something big. It's time to do something bold. So I'm kind of thinking about maybe another social media platform in addition to what you're doing. This might be coming onto Instagram, maybe even TikTok. So maybe even taking it to Facebook. You can reach kind of an older crowd on Facebook. So you can try that. But yeah, I think they're calling you to branch out a little bit. You can cycle some of your content that you've already made onto other platforms. Look, though, you are going to move. Your guides are telling you, yeah, you're going to move. They're going to help you. Things are going to be changing. You guys also want you to know to breathe deeply. And they're also saying something about no regrets. Maybe because of the passing of that person who was close to you, maybe there were things you regretted that you didn't say, that you didn't do, that you wish you could have called that person out on. Like that's the most frustrating thing sometimes about when someone dies or passes away, is like, especially when it's someone that you had a complicated relationship with, there's a lot that's left unsaid. There's closure that you never had. And your guides just want you to kind of breathe through some of that pain, through some of the tears, and to know that it's okay, actually, to have regrets. I kind of actually feel like that's the message. It's okay to have regrets. It's okay to feel like there's nothing left there are things that were left unsaid. That happens sometimes. Like, you were let down, you were disappointed. There were apologies that you never received, and that's painful. So that's part of the grieving process too. That's like something that wants to be acknowledged, something that needs to be released. So I honestly think you're doing well, though. I'm like digging. Your guides are just trying to tell you you're going to be moving, work on your vision board for your home. That was another message for the day for everybody, huh? Work on your vision board for that. Look into some of the contracts, any contracts you've signed with your current house, and start saving money. Give yourself time to take breaks with your business. And, it's easy to get burned out when you're a tarot reader. Like, it's so easy to get burned out. So take the breaks you need to, pick topics that are fun for yourself. Your people need you, but you need yourself too. You need to fill your own cup. There's happiness around you. Even despite some of the grieving and mourning I'm seeing, there's still happiness. You're in a really great energy right now. I don't think you've realized how much things have changed, how much you've changed your life. Writing that book for you was such a huge healing. It's such a huge healing process. And you've cleared so much energy and you're ready to just step in. Like the struggle's gone. Even if it doesn't feel like it, even if it still seems like you're surrounded by struggle, that's just residual. Like none of that is from the now. All of that's from the past. So just trust that your path is changing. It's shifting. You've done the work. Now it's time to reap the rewards. So I hope that this message resonates with you. Thank you so much, Eve, and I will see you next time. Peace out. All right, so who's next? Okay. I what? What about extra time? Oh, yeah. Hi, Natalie. You're the last person. Thank you so much for waiting for so long. I'm going to add a little bit of extra time to your reading. I always do that for the last person to purchase. So I want to thank you so much for your support and for your patience. So. Oh. Okay, so what are your next steps with your current landlord? You're in an awkward position regarding moving and they're not being very helpful. So Natalie, are you here right now in the chat? Let me know if you are because I want to ask you a question. If you're not here, I can probably figure it out just by pulling some cards, but... Okay, well, yeah. I'm realizing maybe earlier you mentioned you had to go. Don't worry, I'll pull some cards, I'll clear it up. I don't know if you're moving because you want to move in with somebody that you met that you fell in love with. It seems like the move is positive, like you found a better place or you're going into a better situation and your landlords are just not letting you out of the contract, or perhaps they're like, they don't want to give you back part of the money that you paid. Like they're just being really annoying. You're getting a huge yes about this move, though. If for some reason this isn't related to love and you moving in with someone, this is a message you're probably going to meet someone romantically pretty soon. Somehow this move plays into that. You're meant to move. Yeah, this is another movement card. This is another travel card. This is like going somewhere, relocating, freedom. You're going to be free. This is weird energy, I have to say, around your landlords. They really are worried. Here's the thing. You've been paying a certain amount of rent, and when you leave, they're probably going to have to lower the rent. That is the message I'm getting. So they're trying everything they can to like keep you stuck there or to squeeze some money out of you, or to not have to give you back the full deposit, like that kind of shit. That's 100% what I'm sensing, and they're just being lazy. They're hoping that they're thinking, oh, she's young, she's naive, she doesn't, and like, you're just gonna have to like know your rights. So I would seriously suggest to read the contract for the lease or whatever, to look online and know your rights. It's possible that you're breaking the contract. So if you're just like, oh, I don't, the landlords are not being nice, or you got to really check yourself first, because that is kind of a message I'm getting, is that they might not be letting you out of the contract because technically you signed it or something. Like, I don't know if it's something like that. You might have to be willing to compromise and offer to find a new person to fill the space. If you're able to do that, and like bring that option to them and be like, hey, I have somebody who wants to move in. This is them. Here's some paperwork. Here's their little, resume or whatever, where they've lived. They have recommendations. They're going to pay this amount of rent. They'll move in on this day. Like, if you can do all that back work, it's possible you'll be able to break that contract or whatever and get out of there. If this is something like where they kind of owe you some money or something, and they don't want to give you the full amount, that's something I'm going to say is you need to understand your rights and their rights. This is almost also just like kind of embrace the situation. You might kind of get shafted or get effed a little bit, or you might have to be kind of shady and break the contract or something like that if you want to get out and just kind of get the consequences. But ultimately, you are going to end up on the other side. This to me seems like a real Mercury retrograde situation. Like things might appear stuck or like as if you're moving backwards, but I feel like within 3 to 4 weeks, everything's going to move forwards. The opportunity for you to leave will be there. Everything will be worked out. So just stay devoted to what it is that you want. You're really supposed to move. I see that. Legally, the only way that a landlord can kind of give you a hard time is if you're trying to do something that might not really be legal. So I'm not saying you're doing anything that's illegal. It's just, is it one of those situations where you want to leave 2 months before your lease is up? Because if that's the case, sometimes you're SOL. You signed a contract, you're liable. It sucks if you find a new place and you want to leave, and you might think, oh, my landlords are just being annoying, or kind of being messed up, but that's just how it goes. So you might, in those types of cases, a lot of times you can get out of it if you find another person to fill the rent. Like you're going to have to do the footwork basically. The only other thing that's kind of coming to my mind is it has something to do with your deposit, when you're going to get it, how you're going to get it back. Once again, know your rights. They can't do anything effed up. You might have to, if they're doing something effed up, just know who you need to report it to and how, and don't be afraid to do that. This is all about timing. You might just need to be a little bit flexible with it. You might end up having to pay a little bit more to make the situation work out how you want it to. Just be willing to invest and prepare for that. That's the message that I'm getting for you. But they're saying, don't worry, you're going to end up in a stable situation. This move is like so strong, so energetic for you, so beautiful. You're not going to miss out on this opportunity. Set boundaries. Yeah, they're telling you with your landlord that you need to set boundaries. I really like the first message I got, honestly, with these people are strong-arming you and they expect that you're young and naive and that you don't know your rights. So you might need to come back at them like, underneath code 432 AB, section AB, it says this. And you might need to kind of quote the law back to them. A lot of times when you do that to a landlord, they just go like, oh shit, and they like kind of wise up. They're going to try to kind of play you if they can. It's just, landlords are usually pretty crazy a lot of times, in my experience. So yeah, they're like, you need to set some boundaries. You might need to quote the law back to them. You might just need to tell them, like, I know my rights. It's kind of like with police officers. Sometimes they'll kind of, weasel you around a little bit until you tell them I know my rights, and they realize you're intelligent, and they're like, oh crap, so I can't do that. I can't pull that on them. So you might need to just show them you can't pull that on me. Know your rights, but also respect theirs. That's the big message that you're getting. Know your rights, but respect theirs. Set boundaries, respect their boundaries. If their boundaries are lawful and within reason. You have angels, you have guides that are looking down on the situation for you. You're so ready for this rejuvenation of this move. I can see why this is so frustrating. You're like, everything is lined up for me to move, and here I'm dealing with this BS on the way out. I just want to get out of this situation, and it's like they're just clinging to you and reeling you back. Your fear might be that they're going to ruin your opportunity, but if something's meant for you, no one's going to be able to keep you from it. So trust that. This is definitely some adversity. This might be your little dose of Mercury retrograde BS. We're all getting some of it right now. Your guides are telling you, if nothing else, go spend some time in nature. Get out of your head and get into your body. Don't spend so much time attacking the problem, worrying about the problem. A lot of times situations will just resolve themselves on their own if you detach from it. So you might want to try that approach as well. Like once you do everything you can, detach a little bit, spend a little bit of time in nature, have some fun. But your guides are saying you're so close to freedom. The horse card represents freedom. This represents freedom. The situation might be kind of triggering to you because you're like, these people are keeping me from my freedom. Just remember that freedom is your birthright. Amen, right? This is the Celestial Guardian, another card. I only have a couple cards like this in this deck. Like, your angels are all around you right now. Like, if anybody's trying to play you or deceive you, you have an army of angels behind you. The truth is going to be revealed, okay? Yeah, remember that you can't fight fire with fire. I have a feeling that one of the landlords or one person in this process is really getting off on this conflict. Like, they just love it. They love the chaos. They love the conflict. This is some type of entanglement. Like, don't fight fire with fire, okay? This is a message for you to nurture yourself through this. This is one of those issues where you just feel like no one understands or there's no one on your side, but you've got the angels on your side. You're going to end up laughing on the other side because you end up like out of the situation, and the people that are trying to narc you or hurt you or just kind of be ridiculous, they end up being the ones that get the karma for that. So this here is telling you just need to go with the flow. This situation might not resolve itself till after Mercury retrograde or till closer to the end of it. So I would check the calendar for that date and just kind of expect that you might be left in the dark for a little while here, but things will reverse. So I hope that this situation is cleared up for you. I really see it having a good outcome. I'm sending you so much love and light with this reading, and I will see you next time. Peace out. All right, you guys, thank you for those of you who came for this reading session. I'm not sure the next time I'll be doing another one, but I will tell you that I'll be going live for free next weekend. I'm going to be trying to do free live reading sessions every week. So make sure you subscribe and ring the notification bell so you know when I'll be going live. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you next time. Peace out.